And we got Reality Redemption. It's like a 2 for Tuesday. Remember that on the radio?
Like Taco Tuesday?
No, 2 for Tuesdays. They would play 2 songs by an artist.
I know, but Taco Tuesday, you get like
you do
2
have...
for 50 cents taco, 2 for $1 taco.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Taco Tuesdays and 2 for Tuesdays.
I'm Snow, by the way.
Hi, Snow. I was getting to that.
No.
Can't start off with a joke.
I thought it was funnier that way.
Oh, okay.
I was like, recognize.
Well, we got to mix things up once in a while here on this podcast.
We just go by the seat of our pants, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. You look how that turned out in the last episode. Boy, did that one get deep and heavy.
It got a little, shit got real. Shit got deep for a few minutes. So we got to get on a lighter, like lighten things up.
Oh,
correct?
What do you mean, like go back to our political conversations and stuff like that?
Yeah, go back to the bullshit. Like you can only handle so much real, right? And then you're like, wait, I need to listen to silly shit again so that I don't have to, be so sad, maybe just like a little bit sad because you feel bad, because then the shift goes like, I'm feeling real bad for the way that grown-ass adults be behaving these days.
You know, here we thought, after January 19th, everything would be, all butterflies and warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, right. I didn't think it would. I didn't know about that, but...
I don't know. And so, doing another episode here, take you behind the scenes. We're recording our second one today. And for me, after the topic of the last podcast, it didn't feel right to go into this, what we wanted to talk about also, because
I feel like
mental health is nothing to laugh at. But we have some people saying some really ridiculous things this week.
Basically, we did not want to take away from the importance of what we were talking there and then just continue the same episode. There needed to be a specific cut and dry transition.
Because certain things...
Cut it off, start over.
Certain things have to be made light of and be made fun of, especially in this day and age. And
let's get into it then.
All right. So...
All right.
We're going to start off with your favorite and mine, our favorite congressperson from Georgia.
Oh, what? Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, shut up, y'all. Thank you for having me back.
Okay. Marjorie, what were you thinking this week when you compared the masks to the Holocaust? I mean, really. So...
I was thinking of common sense. Really? Common sense, huh?
God. It seems like, and this isn't all Republicans, okay? Not all Republicans. But why? Why do they have to have a race to the bottom to compete with, out-douching number 45?
I don't know. I'm like, the more that I think about this branch sector of the Republicans, being as someone who is not a Republican, who has never been a Republican, and I am saying this to my fellow lefties, Democrats, liberals, progressives, whatever you identify as, maybe even a lot of the Greens. Guys, I think that this was always the Republican Party. It's just they feel free and ready to fucking go. I think this has always been them. This has always been a real fucking element of them.
I was watching a documentary on CNN last night, and it was about the state of the Republican Party. And yes, they were showing Pat Buchanan from back in, I think it was 82 or whatever year. I might have gotten that wrong. No, not 80, 92.
92.
92.
I was gonna, because I think he was around like Bill Clinton.
But
time.
no, he was saying the same things that Trump said.
I know. This is what I'm telling you. Okay, the Republican Party. I'm not saying this right now. What I'm gonna say is as a slam to them, because they always put up their wall when you say anything that has to do with race or anything, but they have a real identity towards white nationalism. I'm not even, they are afraid. They live in fear that they are going to lose anything because now we have other people who should have always had a fucking seat at the table. Everyone deserves a seat at the table. All colors, all races, all religions, all backgrounds deserve a seat at the fucking American table. That is who we are supposed to be, all right? And now you have people who are having a real problem because they don't want other people to have fucking seats there. All right?
Well, and they spin it to, well, Christianity is under attack. Anyway.
Well, this is a nation that was, I'm sorry, for those of you who are screaming that, I thought you were fans of the fucking Constitution. Because the Constitution specifically says in Article 1, the freedom of religion. Freedom of religion also means freedom from religion for folks like me, all right? And MJ, who don't really want to even deal with religion. Freedom of religion means you have the freedom of the choosing of your own religion or freedom from religion. Okay?
All right. So, Representative Green, her big thing this week was she was fined because she repeatedly wouldn't wear a mask on the House floor. Now, you're supposed to show proof of being vaccinated or wear a mask. Okay. The Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, makes the rules. Mm-hmm. So, and Nancy Pelosi fined her, and Marjorie Taylor Greene goes off and she says that the mask mandates are like the star you would have to wear back in the concentration camps, and compared mask mandates to the Holocaust.
Then why isn't she being sent to a death camp?
Well,
I mean, I guess that's a bad joke, but I'm like, you know what, bitch? Shut the fuck up. I'm sick and tired of people comparing shit to shit that it does not need to be compared to. It is absolutely nothing like that. You are not being sent to a fucking death camp, so shut your fucking mouth. Next.
This was her response to Nancy Pelosi, because I'm playing this off a video. What you can't see in the video is what she does. So she gets fined, and this was her response to Nancy Pelosi. And we'll pull that up here.
People simply because they won't wear a mask. And today I refused to wear a mask on the House floor. And I received a warning from Speaker Pelosi that leads to fines if I continue to refuse to wear a mask. Well, here's what I think of your warning, Speaker Pelosi.
And she puts in a paper shredder.
You're such a badass bitch. You're such a badass bitch. Oh my God.
And if you don't follow the House rules, then leave the post. Go ahead. Get kicked out.
My question for her, okay, if she knew that someone was standing there, if she knew that someone was in her presence that was a chemo patient, if she knew that, Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you knew that there was somebody that was a chemo patient standing there, would you be like, and you were asked to wear a mask, would you be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't care. And they're like, but there's someone here that has is going through chemo. You'd be like, I don't give a shit if you die.
My rights, my freedom.
Is that what you're trying to tell us? Because that's how you're coming across. And I hate to have to believe that you are that ugly of a fucking human being. I mean, I really hate to have to look at you like that. Because I'm like, there's no way somebody can just be that much of a fucking dick.
Do you think she has any redeeming qualities at all?
I don't know. I don't know if she's like, I don't know if she's like a failed, her and Lauren Boebert. I don't know if either one of them are just like or Matt Gaetz. I mean, I realize that I'm naming a lot of Republicans right now, but it seems like they get into this line of work because they couldn't fucking do fuck all else in their lives, but they want to be famous for something. Like, I want to be famous and known for something. So I'm just going to run for Congress because people get credit there. And then you hear their name in the paper.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's write a screenplay.
Let's do it.
The Mean Girls cast grows up and runs for Congress.
Oh my God. As long as I get a part. I'm only going to be a co-writer. I will put in a few whoopsie doodles here and there, but I want a part.
Hey, what's in the water down in Georgia? Their other representative, Andrew Clyde, they were debating on whether to, hold hearings on the January 6th Jesus Christ. Insurrection.
I got you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Words are hard.
Insurrection. Your partner's got you.
Well, apparently this representative has problems with words too, because he called the video of that day. It was like, well, it was just like any other day at the Capitol back pre-pandemic when the tourists were coming through.
Yeah, that's how a tour. So that's what I should have gotten out of my tour when I went there. I don't remember it going down like that.
Right, but there's.
Did I get ripped off?
There's video of him helping push like this cabinet or something up against the door, and there's this other where he's standing by one of the House security guys, and the House security guy has his gun, and the guy's mouth is draped open in terror. You mean that's a daily occurrence in Congress that those things happen? I mean, come on, it's just bullshit.
They're really grasping for straws at their excuses for this. I mean, first off, why can't we just have an investigation? Because, I mean, oh, by the way, I called, guys, I forgot, now that we are on the topic of January 6th again.
Right.
And an investigation and what happened. So I called my congressman and guess who my congressman is?
Doing your civic duty of contacting a congressman.
My congressman is Representative Paul Gosar, the crazy ass dentist whose family doesn't even want him to be in politics. But their commercials just don't work. Morons around here keep voting for him. Anyways, so I called Paul Gosar recently because Paul Gosar has publicly stated that the insurrection was done by Antifa, but he also does not want an investigation. So I called and I said, Representative Gosar, sir, I would really like for you to push for the investigation into the insurrection that took place on January 6th, because if it is in fact Antifa, like you state, we need to get rid of them once and for all. And if we have this investigation, that is exactly what we can do. And sir, I am trusting you that you are a true patriot and you can do this for us.
Right. And then you had, our favorite turtle in the Senate doesn't want to go through with the, hearings on it.
You see,
when he said that Trump was in the wrong.
They're all on tape.
That.
Kevin McCarthy's on tape too. Kevin McCarthy's the one that called Trump during the insurrection, and Trump said, well, maybe these people are just more upset about the election results than you, Kevin. Wasn't that was almost on point of what he said. I don't know if I'm verbatim on it, but you know, folks, here it is. The bottom line, why these people do not want to have an investigation into what happened is because some of them are going to go down if it does happen, because some of them were fucking in on it. Not all of them, but there were some of them that were involved with the events that took place on January 6th.
Hey, all right, this is going to take about a minute. Let's go to what our favorite new representative had to say about it.
You mean the one that just made my list?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to hear what he said on this. All right, this is
Okay.
awesome. Okay.
I can't hear this enough.
Okay, hold on.
Slap in the face to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I yield 30 seconds to the gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Ryan.
Gentleman is recognized for 30 seconds.
I want to thank the gentleman from New York and the other Republicans who are supporting this and thank them for their bipartisanship. To the other 90% of our friends on the other side of the aisle, holy cow. Incoherence. No idea what you're talking about. Benghazi, you guys chased the former Secretary of State all over the country, spent millions of dollars. We have people scaling the Capitol, hitting the Capitol Police with lead pipes across the head, and we can't get bipartisanship. What else has to happen in this country? Cops. This is a slap in the face to every rank and file cop in the United States. If we're going to take on China, if we're going to rebuild the country, if we're going to reverse climate change, we need two political parties in this country that are both living in reality, and you ain't one of them. I yield back the balance of my time.
Oh, I just love the passion there.
I'm so in love. I mean, after his rant about like union workers and we need to support the unions more and get more union involvement, and then this, I'm like, you know what? Where are the men like this? Where are the men like this? Where are the men that are willing to put their balls out there on the line for good? Where are they? Where the fuck are they? And why isn't this guy more of a lesson to the fucking Democrats to step up for the plate, quit fucking sitting around and waiting for Republicans to become decent people? Number one, that ain't gonna happen. Fucking go in there and say what you gotta say. Call them out on their shit.
Well, you know, Ryan was getting some shit about that for being too passionate on it, and that's the problem.
Fuck them.
That's the problem with Democrats. Okay.
Yeah, fuck you. If you're listening, fuck you. Because I'm like, it's no secret that Snow's single anyways. If there are guys out here that have the Tim Ryan qualities, feel free to get a hold of me.
And you can hit us up on Reality Redemption on Instagram and Facebook.
That's right.
And our new YouTube channel. I think pretty soon we will try to put up some video of us doing this. We'll do some YouTube lives.
You mean I'm going to have to start dressing up?
Well, hey, I mean, you're there with your Against Me shirt.
Well, if I'm coming on here asking for dates and, you know, potential suitors.
Oh, yeah. You'd be like rock stars on here. I wonder
We gotta get that channel going.
Hey, yeah, go get some. Maybe you can turn some conservatives around.
Yeah, I doubt that, but your guys are always welcome. I mean, we realize that you weren't always taught the right things. Fuck, one of the things that I always say, and it's a saying that I live by, one of the hardest things that you will ever do in your life is to question everything that you've ever been taught. It's not easy. It's a hard thing to do, but if you see things that just don't look right all the time, it's important to fucking ask questions or seek out the knowledge for the answers in which you are trying to get, guys.
Yeah, if you see something, say something.
One of my favorite. If you say something, say something. I love it. Okay.
Oh God. Maybe we should save Tim Ryan for the dating episode.
Not right. No, because on that one, I thought we were going over creepies.
Yeah.
Mostly. We'll talk about good dating things too, but yeah.
We'll be talking about enough creeps on this episode.
Oh, right.
Oh shit! What's next? Okay, the other weird thing that happened this week. Albert Watkins, what he is, he's the lawyer for the QAnon Shaman.
Oh God.
Um,
I can't with that guy. Oh. He's got a great body too. It's like, why are you such a douchebag?
Well, apparently it's because he has Asperger's.
What?
That's what they're saying.
Is that true?
Yeah, but that's no defense to get off on what you did. You can't break into the Capitol and say, the Asperger's did me up.
But does he really have Asperger's? Because his mother already went on an interview. She mentioned nothing of fucking Asperger's. So now all of a sudden the lawyer's talking about the Asperger's?
Yeah, but didn't she say he was having a problem eating in jail because of the what they were serving?
Because he wants fucking organic food. Well, fuckface. That's what free people get. Alright? The freedom to choose what the fuck they want to eat. If you go to fucking prison and get locked up, you're gonna get 3 square meals a day, but guess what? You're getting motherfucking baloney. Or you know what you could do? You could do like the girls on Orange is the New Black and claim that you're Jewish so you could at least get kosher food. So fuck you. Maybe if you would have broadened your horizons and actually watched shows that, I don't know, had black people in them, and not being such a fucking white nationalist, you would know stuff like this.
Okay, well, his lawyer goes on to say, and that this is, I'm doing it verbatim, but this is part of the quote. A lot of the defendants are fucking short bus people. They're people with brain damage. They are effing R-word people and on the spectrum.
What?
He said that.
So he's claiming all of them have this. Okay.
Oh, God.
You know what? I know people who are on the spectrum who are on the left, like trying to sit there and say all this. That is the most ridiculous fucking argument I have ever heard. I'm not saying that some of them couldn't possibly be on the spectrum, but give me a break. They all knew what they were doing that day.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't just...
Because not everyone that went to the whole thing anyways, not everyone went into the Capitol. There was that idiot that owns the fucking pizza place out in Golden Valley. He went to it. Said he did not go in, though. He tried to claim that Antifa were the ones that went in there. But...
Right, and they're still going with that defense, but they don't want an investigation into it. But, you know...
Why wouldn't you want to call Antifa's asses out? That's what I don't... That's why I told all of them. Anytime any of them said that, like, oh, it was Antifa, I'm like, then you need to call the FBI. Because the FBI has been asking for tips. And you know why else I told them that? Because... Do you know it's a crime to make false accusations to the FBI? So I was like, I dare you to fucking call the FBI. Go ahead.
Oh, God. You know what? It's just the hypocrisy of it all. You know, it was Antifa. But we don't want an investigation.
They don't want an investigation because some of them will fucking implicate themselves. That's why they don't want an investigation. Some of them were in on it. Not all of them. I'm not saying the entire Republican Party was, but there were some prominent people who were in on it.
Or they're the exact same people who say back the blue, but they have no...
They don't care about the cops that died that day.
Yeah, there's no outrage over what happened.
They don't care about the cops. They make excuses. They make claims that Brian Sicknick died because of other reasons, that it had nothing to do with that.
He had a stroke.
Then it's like they don't give a shit about the police officer that committed suicide later, that was involved in it. They don't give a shit about that guy.
Right.
They they give a shit about Ashley Babbitt, though, who is somebody who charged in there, who was told not to, and that's why she got shot.
But at the same time, the exact same people would be like, well, you shouldn't have broken the law or else you would not have gotten shot.
Well, and also, if it was Antifa that charged in there anyways, wouldn't that make Ashley Babbitt part of Antifa? So why did they care so much that Ashley Babbitt got murdered if she's in fact Antifa? Because Tucker Klansman goes on and on about how poor Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt. All you ever hear that comes out of that guy's mouth is Ashley Babbitt. You know, no one gives a shit about Ashley Babbitt. But I'm like, but why do you give a shit about Ashley Babbitt? If you told all of us that it's Antifa that stormed in there, then wouldn't that make Ashley Babbitt Antifa? So why do you care if Antifa? Why do you care? Or do you all of a sudden care about Antifa now? I'm so fucking confused, Tucker. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Well, he's confused too. He's always got that weird look. You know, you ever look at his face when he's like talking to somebody? He looks like he's struggling to follow along with what they're saying.
I know, it's almost like he's on diet pills, because he's like, his body's like getting skinnier and skinnier. He still has that fat face, but it's like, oh yeah, it's almost like he's been taking fen-phen. Remember, like fen-phen used to really fuck people up. Are you still on fen-phen, Tucker?
Well, you know, who knows? But it's just hypocrisy. You know, you can't be back the blue, but pick and choose. I mean, I'm sure that they'll say the same thing about the guy down in Louisiana who was pulled over and, you know, was killed by the police. He was handcuffed and then dragged by the feet. You know, well, you should have just complied, you know, but no, that's, God, why does the police, and we're not, we have to say this every time, we're not bagging on all police, okay?
Right.
But why can't you say that was not justified?
Why are the police allowed in some of these instances that people are like, when people are saying this, like, he should have just complied. But why are the police allowed to be judge, jury, and executioner? I don't understand that. Why are they allowed to do that? They are supposed to be there for the purpose of possibly arresting, like doing traffic stops and arresting. But I thought that I lived in America where if you get arrested, you have a right to trial by a jury of your peers.
Right. Innocent till proven guilty.
And then the part after that, like, which would fall under the executioner phase or whatever, then isn't it a judge that sentenced you, not a police officer? If you are, in fact, found guilty. So I don't understand why these people are saying, why can't they just listen to the police? Why can't the police just do their job and then let the court system do their job? Why not? Why can't the police just fucking listen?
And this guy, and it sounds really familiar, this guy was down on the ground, handcuffed for 9 minutes. Handcuffed for 9 minutes. He was subdued. And his mother was told that he died there was a high-speed chase, okay? Well, why was he running from the cops? I don't know. But the guy went off the road, hit a tree, and the mother was told that he died on impact. He went through the windshield and succumbed to his injuries on site until this videotape of the body cam footage came out, which was... It was a 42-minute video or something like that, and only a few minutes of it was released. And it's kind of a brutal video. So, like,
I know it's not going to bring her son back, but you need to sue the fuck out of the state of Louisiana. I am for it. Like, when this shit keeps happening, They need to start suing the fuck. You have got to hurt them in the pocketbook. That is the only way that these fucking assholes care, is if you hit them in their pocketbook. I know it sucks to say that it has to come to that. It has to come to money. But they need to sue the fuck out of the state of Louisiana.
And this guy was lying on the ground, moaning in pain. Medical help wasn't called. And the police officers were just using bottles of water to wash the blood off their hands.
Yeah.
No,
Because that's what they cared about. They did no regard for human life. Why do we have officers of the law who have no regard for human life? I get that people do things wrong. I get that people fuck up. I get that there's criminals. But your job is to arrest and detain. You do not fucking kill them. That is not part of your job.
right. And this all goes back to, full circle. This is why Colin Kaepernick kneeled, to bring attention to this. And all this shit about, oh, well, he's just disrespecting the vets, when a veteran is who told him, you know what, instead of sitting down for the national anthem, which he did at the first couple preseason games, you know what, take a knee. A veteran told him to take a knee. So it doesn't have anything to do with veterans. It has nothing to do with disrespecting the national anthem or veterans or the flag or whatever. He was trying to bring attention to this. He lost his career for it. And it just keeps on happening it seems like an almost weekly basis we get one of these stories coming out.
I want to take a knee from now on. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. If we all start taking knees, will that make the cops fucking stop doing this fucked up shit? If we collectively all protested? Because I don't want to see it. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of hearing the stories. Can you imagine how fucking frustrating it is for Black America? I don't want to keep hearing this. I don't want it to keep happening. I don't want innocent, unarmed people to keep dying. And all some of my fucking friends on the other side can say is, well, they obviously weren't innocent. They wouldn't just comply. Fuck you. They're innocent until proven guilty. That's what the fucking saying is, you guys. Yeah. You need to get on board, not me. I've been on fucking board. Some of us have been on board. You fucking go learn the way that our country works. Go learn the way that our government works.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of explaining shit to you guys.
Right.
It gets frustrating. Fucking open a goddamn book. Watch a documentary. Learn how shit really is supposed to work. Don't just go put your fucking flag shirt on and claim you're a fucking patriot. Fuck you, get out of my face with that shit.
The patriots who won't get vaccinated or...
I'm tired of you guys.
Selfish.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of selfish America.
Yeah.
You're not America. You're not an American if you're a selfish fuck. You're not.
Right.
You're not. That's not what the country was founded on.
Yeah. So, see, this is why we broke this down into 2 episodes.
And now this one, I'm just cranky. The last one, I was sad. Now I'm fucking cranky.
We got to do a fun one.
I know. We got to get back to fun.
Hey, at least we started off with some nice Bootsy's Delta Funk. We did the Funkin' Lobster Tales.
Oh my God, we had Surf and Surf.
Yeah, and we had Swordfish with the Whiskey Lemon Funk.
And Lobster Tales. Who do you think would win in a fight between a swordfish and a lobster? Lobsters have pinchers, but swordfish have that long pointy
the
thing.
swordfish.
I stab you. I pinch you. I stab you.
I'm sure that snout that the swordfish have would be able to spear a lobster. But the lobster, on the other hand, could grab onto that snout and just not let go.
Or maybe break it
I
off.
don't think lobsters are that strong.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. We need to order some real lobster from Boston.
Yeah, or Maine. You know, people do. They get that stuff shipped in all the time.
Yeah.
Maine lobster.
We did it a couple years ago.
We did?
Yeah.
Was I there?
Yeah, legal. Oh, no, you weren't there when we went to Legal Seafood. It was over at our mutual friend's house, works at the college.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Oh, you weren't there. Well, yeah, we're going to do that this summer.
Mother.
Next time that person's mother's coming up, we're going to order some lobsters from Legal Seafoods.
Fuck yeah, because now we know how to prepare them too, and we got all the seasonings and
Right,
whatnot.
from Bootsy's
Thanks,
Delta Funk
Peter.
Barbecue. All right. You know, speaking of that, Peter, you got to send us some of that mustard.
I know.
Sauce.
Can you try to get it here before the 4th of July? Because, nothing's more American than hot dogs on the 4th of July. Although I don't want to do hot dogs. I want to do brats. I want it to be good, big, juicy, fat
Well, Peter is supposed
dogs.
Peter is supposed to come here for the end of June.
Oh, pack it in your suitcase then.
Yeah. Well, no, I want some beforehand so we can try some recipes. But hopefully Peter gets here and it will be coordinated with our 1-year anniversary of the podcast.
Oh, sweet. We'll just have a pre-cookout. We will practice for the 4th of July.
Yes, exactly.
And then we'll have all our ducks in a row.
Right. See, and this all brings it full circle because our first podcast was about the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protests. So, see, all full circle. And, after your podcast, we had Brent Terhune send us a message. We'll have to play that one again for you sometime.
I love that one.
Jim Brewer on the last podcast. And I'll play this one again because on that particular podcast, we didn't get a whole lot of downloads on that one. But this was back after the Georgia election that we flipped the Senate, and you had donated to these candidates. We had
Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff.
Yeah, we had
And we won.
We had Trae Crowder, the liberal redneck, sent us a message, and we'll end with this. We'll play this message from him.
Okay.
All right. Let's give a second to cue.
I like this one too. This is a
Yeah.
good one.
Hey, Snow, it's your buddy Trae Crowder here. Been talking to Michael, and I understand congrats are in order on your podcast, Reality Redemption. All the best to you on that front. Also, Michael tells me that you're a person that puts their money where their mouth is. Donate your stimulus check to the Georgia election. Oh, my God, a liberal after my own heart. About to give me the vapors just thinking about that type of go-getter-itness. That's not a word, but you know what I mean? That's real shit right there. Don't anybody tell you it's not. That's great. It took a lot of real shit from a lot of real people to get that done, but it got done because of people like you. And Lord, I appreciate it. We all do. Because, things we're turning it around. I think we're turning this franchise around. I really do. I really do believe that. Yes, we're coming out of some of the darkest days any of us can imagine, but I think that, we're starting to get back on the right and proper track now. I really do believe that because, Georgia's not the only place where we won. We won in the White House, too. Joe Biden's Donald Trump's not the president anymore. Isn't that crazy?
Say
Joe
that
Biden's
again.
president now. And what's even wilder is Joe Biden's been, I don't know if you've been watching, he's been,
Kicking ass.
he's been doing stuff. You remember when presidents used to do stuff back in the day? He's been doing stuff. And that's just so refreshing. Now, of course, he had a lot of stuff to undo to keep our country from, exploding into a fireball of dipshittery in the first 6 months of his presidency or whatever. But still, he's been doing the right stuff to undo the wrong stuff. He's been actually taking those steps so far, and I, for one, am thrilled with it. Things are still not great. I'm not trying to act like they are, but I really do think that there's some, light at the end of the tunnel. We can see the horizon now with all this. I think we're moving, starting to move in generally the right direction again. I truly do believe that. But I know that, like, we're still so early into that process, and it can be easy to forget it. Like, people, we're still just reeling from 4 years of Trump and his shit, right? It's hard to get out of that mode. Because like I was talking, this is a true story, I was talking to my meemaw earlier today on the phone, and we were talking about this same subject, and my 82-year-old meemaw brought up Donald Trump, and she was like, I wish somebody'd kill him. And I was like, yeah, I know you do, meemaw, whatever. And she doubled down. She's like, no, Trae, I mean it. I wish somebody just, like, assassinate his sorry ass. That's what needs to happen. And I was just like, oh, NSA, if you're listening, she's a card. She's a spark plug, 82 years old. No reason to tap all her phones or nothing like that because of this shit she's saying. You know how many miles are, NSA? But yeah, my point is, like, we're all so battered from the last 4 years of the Trump administration that I think it could be like it's almost hard to believe that he ain't the goddamn president anymore, but he's not. He's really not. And we're winning in other places too, and we're pointing in the right direction again. And yes, those people are still out there, and yes, we're still going to have to deal with them. I'm not saying otherwise. But goddamn, things are looking up, Snow. Things are looking up. For all of us. So happy New Year to you. Happy new podcasting to you. Happy everything to you. I love you like chicken. Hope to see you down the road, Snow. See you, love you, bye.
Things are looking up.
See, we ended it on a positive note.
Yeah.
So how cool is that we've had 3 great comedians comment on our podcast? The next step
Super
is
awesome.
getting them on here.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. I'm going to work on that some. Because I know some people.
All right. Hook it up.
All right, so that will wrap up this week's episode, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, bye.